I talked to Mrs. Powell today.
And?
I practically got down on my hands and knees and begged.
I wish there was something I could do. But really, I think you're just going to have to face the facts.
I'm going to be in here for another 2 months. Chris and Susan, oh, what are worrying me.
Well, I've got something to tell you that'll set your mind at rest. I've been able to place them.
What do you mean?
In a welfare home. So that's one thing you won't have to worry about. They'll be well looked after.
A home? An orphanage?
Well, it's not really.
I know what those places are like. Chris and Susan are going to end up in a home.
Well, I think it's the best thing under the circumstances. When you get out of here, they'll be able to go back home to you.
An institution. The other children there will be delinquents.
You don't even know what the place is like, and you're already judging it.
Yes. I don't know what it's like. And I don't want to know. There's got to be a limit.
Look, I think you've got it all twisted in your mind.
Maybe I have. But I can't take much more.
Karen.
Well, so you're back. We were beginning to think you'd scarpered.
I just passing the time of day.
Kettle's boiled.
Beaut little kid named Martin.
How old?
Oh, about 9 or 10.
Too young even for Doreen.
Tea made yet?
Oh, yeah, just about. Will I call the others?
No, you take it out to them after you finish yours.
Milk, Mr. Fletcher?
Yeah, thanks, Lizzie. And my change, please.
Oh, yeah. And you wouldn't credit it. Milk, 53 cents.
Yeah?
Oh, God, gone up 5 cents since the last time I was out. Makes me feel as though I'd like to stay in.
Oh, don't be silly, Lizzie.
Well, it's all right for you with that huge pay packet you've got every week. What about me? I'll be on the pension and milk costing that much.
And gin, $10 a bottle.
Oh, don't you listen to him, Lizzie. Listen, you'll manage okay. At least you don't have to pay rent, not like some people.
Yeah. I'm lucky to have Sid's house.
Yeah, not like the poor old Darrow that crashed here.
What?
Well, I found this fish and chip packet, you know, and it wasn't that old either.
Yeah, it's the ghost. I can feel it in my bones. And that's why Mouse has got the window.
Come on, don't talk nonsense.
Don't even talk of it.
Well, back to the salt mines.
Yeah, it's all right for you guys. At least you can get out of here for a while.
Well, why don't you put your name down for the attendance centre roster?
Yeah, maybe.
Mrs. Powell giving you a bad time, love?
It's Chris and Susan. Mrs. Morris is putting them in a home.
What? Well, why's that?
Well, she's been looking after them temporarily, but she can't keep them forever. Don can't look after them, and I can't. But I've heard about those places.
Yeah, they're just like Oliver Twist.
Yeah, well, if you'd got out of here when you should have, none of this would have happened, huh?
That rotten bitch Powell.
Well, I did hit her. Maybe Mrs. Morris is right. That home might be the right place.
It's a training ground, that's what that is.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know what I mean, Lizzie. The next step's a remand home and then Wentworth or Pentridge.
Bea.
Oh, I've just about had Pal.
Oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it. She has to stay.
Not if I've got anything to do with it.
Well, where are you going?
I'm going to see Mrs. Davidson. We'll sort this out one way or another.
Oh, please. It'll only make things worse.
Oh, I don't know about that, love. Bea and Davo have been very close lately. Your wish is my command, Mrs. Smith.
I wouldn't have put it quite like that.
Uh-huh. Well, come on, let's get out of here before we're all on report.
How's yesterday? At the attendance centre. How'd it go?
Much the same as usual.
You don't sound particularly enthusiastic.
Why should I be?
Oh, I suppose now you're leaving, it doesn't matter much one way or the other. Oh, come on, Jim. You're still an officer.
Look, if I want to lecture, I'll ask for it.
I wasn't lecturing. It's just that Wentworth doesn't seem to matter much to you anymore.
Well, that shouldn't worry you.
What's that mean?
Well, the more apathetic I am, the better you look.
You've been dropping enough hints lately. Exactly what are you trying to say?
Come on, Colleen. The position of Deputy Governor is up for grabs. Don't kid me that you don't want it.
No, I haven't actually thought about it.
Well, it's time you did think about it. You're in line for a top position. Don't miss your chance.
Jim, really,
I'm sure you won't.
Yes, Smith, what is it?
It's about Alison Page.
I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, Mrs. Powell's queered her pitch good and proper.
Page struck an officer.
And everyone knows it wasn't her fault. Why can't you see both sides of an argument for a change? If Alison's charged, she's going to have twice her original sentence. And do you think that's fair? Just because she was pushed over the edge by a promotion
That is enough, Smith.
power-hungry,
I said that
big-noting-
is enough. Have you forgotten to whom you're speaking?
No, I haven't.
I will not have one of my officers criticised by a prisoner.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Mrs. Davidson, but can't you
Nor
persuade...
will I be dictated to by an inmate.
OK.
Whilst you're here, you may be interested to know that the Braille machine will be arriving next week. And an instructor is being arranged.
Well, that's a ray of sunshine.
Well, if you're not interested,
No, I'm still keen, honestly. After all the work we've been to, I'm not going to pull out now.
you will be notified when the classes are to begin.
Well, thanks. Oh, there's one other thing, Mrs. Davidson.
Yes?
I know it's still a bit up in the air, but Alison's job in reception...
Oh, yes, we spoke about that before.
Well, if it's going begging, I think that Judy Brandt might be interested, and she's pretty quick on the uptake.
That's a thought, but I don't want you discussing it with the other women until it has been decided.
No, I won't, but will you think about it?
Yes, I'll think about it.
Ta. For everything.
Shouldn't you be down reception?
In a minute.
It'll all be sorted out by now. You just wait and see. Bea can fix it.
I'm not so sure, Lizzie.
What do you mean? Bea's top dog. She and the Gav, why, they're just like that.
She's still not an officer. Powell's got all the cards. She's going to make the charge stick.
No, you just wait and see. Bea'll be here soon and she'll tell you that she's fixed it.
Yeah, I'm afraid I haven't. I'm sorry. Alison David wouldn't buy it.
Not even from you?
Not even from me.
I didn't think she would. Still, thanks for trying. I'm just going to have to face the facts.
Oh, well, maybe you won't have to.
What do you got in mind?
Well, like Davo says, her door is always open for legitimate complaints. Well, we've tried the official way and it didn't work. So we put Plan B into action.
What do you mean?
Gather round, girls. Listen, Powell's walking.
Off to the salt pits.
You may say it that way, I don't.
Alison Page may not agree with you.
She's a criminal, Jim.
Oh, come on. Don't give me that she's a criminal line.
Just whose side are you on?
It's not a matter of taking sides. There is such a thing as compassion, you know.
Yes, and I'm well aware of the Page family circumstances. But there are a lot of women badly off, even worse off than she is.
Look, all I'm saying is that Page had a clean slate, more or less. You know that. She overreacted to what you said. You overreacted.
I took a lawful course of action.
Look, what I'm saying is that you could have given Page a break, for your sake as well as hers.
Are you going to offer me a bribe, like Mrs. Davidson?
No, it's just a friendly piece of advice.
If I need it, I'll ask for it.
All right.
It's easy for you to preach, isn't it, Jim? You're leaving soon, so you don't have to cope with these
Animals.
Excuse me. I've got a job to do. Right. Smoker's over. Back to work.
Got a light, Lizzie?
Coming up, boss.
Didn't you hear what I said?
You know, there's this real good movie on the telly tonight, Jude.
Yeah. It's that one with Sophia Loren and Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine. Woo, woo.
I believe he's pretty keen on you too, Doreen.
Okay. What's going on?
Nothing, Mrs. Powell.
Exactly. Now get back to work.
Or what?
Or you'll all be charged with disobeying an order.
Well, now, will you listen to this lady? She knows every rule in the book.
Oh, she's got to know all that junk.
Of course, it's only a temporary promotion, isn't it, Mrs.
Get
Powell?
back to work.
In case you haven't noticed, Mrs. Powell, we're on strike until we get satisfaction.
Huh? And what might that be?
Drop the charges against Alison.
No.
Oh, well. That gives us no alternative then, does it, girls?
I am reporting you all.
Oh, you know what'll happen then, don't you?
Yes, loss of privileges.